Today we are up in a coffee plantain. Check it out. We are in a yoga shala, but look at this view. How's that? Woo! I don't even know if the camera can really capture it, but it's so, like, we've actually never been on a location like this, have we?
No, not like that.
No, this is pretty cool. So,
Volcanoes and mountains, jungle and rice terraces, and so beautiful.
yoga shala.
Just in the middle of it all.
Yeah. How long have we been here already? For a couple hours now?
Yeah, love it.
Just a couple hours of sitting right here, just listening to the nature sounds, sitting at the edge of all of this. You can see there's like a fire pit right there. It's just what we're sitting with our legs, and we're just reflecting on our life. And I think this probably would be this would be a good like checkpoint moment to reflect, because we've just had a really big week, hey?
Yeah, it's been really big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just launched our first ever product, so that was exciting.
The quick and easy way to
Public speaking. Yeah. And how did it go, Well?
Really well. Really, really well. So Matt did a pitch from the stage. You sold from stage. And from that you made 2 sales.
Yep.
You made 2 sales from that one.
Yep.
Tried out different strategies, sent out surveys and stuff, sold another course through doing that.
Yep.
So at the end of the week, we'd sold 3 courses.
Yeah.
It's the first time doing it like our own digital thing, and yeah, it was really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's taken us over 3.5 years to get to this moment. Longer probably, but to get to this moment. And yeah, it's kind of like stop to take a moment to enjoy the view. Ironically, we're literally at that moment right now, stopping and taking a moment to enjoy the view, like really soaking it in, because when you're going towards your goal, it's essentially like going up a mountain, right? And if you're just so focused on the peak, like there's beautiful views along the way, right? Like I don't know if you probably can't see, but that's a volcano right behind us there. And like there's still a higher peak to go to. And even if we were get to the higher peak, like even if we were to go hike that right now, there's a bunch of clouds around it, so you wouldn't even get the view that you're getting here. And so I think that's a good metaphor for life as well, is to stop and just enjoy the view wherever you're at right now. And that's what I feel like we're doing today. And yeah, it's been a long journey to get to this moment, but it feels right.
I think something else as well, like we were just talking about, it's like, yeah, we've been doing this for like the last 3 years, but like we've never been to this part of Bali before, and we've not really seen much of Bali. And it's like, even though we've been here, we've kind of like not really left our apartment or our house or our villa, or definitely not Canggu. So it's like we've been here, but we've been in very much kind of like 4 walls. We've not had the experiences, so to be able to come out and have these experiences and experience Bali like while we live here is like all the more special, because it's like, wow, yeah, we really live in such a magical, beautiful, tropical, amazing place, but we don't always experience it because we've been in trying to figure out the online space. And when you're on the online space, you have to be on the online space to figure out the online space.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can kind of sit in this and figure out the online space. You can to a certain extent with strategies and stuff, but when you're just starting out, we've just put everything into that. So it's like, what I really feel for us for 2023 is, yeah, more of this, exploring more of this, bringing more people here, and we're tapping into something now that people are really experiencing great value from, and feels really good for us, doesn't it? Like in alignment, and we're really helping people heal, which has been the biggest drive for all of this, is to help people and to support people. And now we have something that we both believe in that feels really good, that is having that transformational effect, and people want it. So I think what's so special about this space here right now is, this has purely come in through somebody asking you to facilitate a men's retreat. And what's beautiful is, like, I don't know if you connected to this, but like on your vision board, and
Yeah.
when you're like, he's like hosting all these men, and it's something that we've talked about. And when you tried to make the men's thing work, it didn't work, and now it's like we're doing public speaking, and through public speaking now you're hosting men's like weekends and workshops, and so just to be here in that, in the like the physical manifestation of it is like, yeah, really special. Like, wow, it's all coming in. It's just patience and timing and alignment and a lot of trust and a lot of faith. But just knowing that, like, yeah, I think all of the steps that we've taken have got us to where we are today, and just trusting that every step we take moving forward is still getting us closer to what it is that we want, and closer to the Reborn Centre, closer to like, yeah, all of our other dreams and aspirations.
Grander visions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, just like you can see behind us here, there's a yoga shop, there's like a temple behind, right? And something that our work's bringing us to is to like more spiritual aspects. And so it's funny, right? We facilitate public speaking workshops, but they're not public speaking, they're like public healing workshops, you know? And so I feel honored today that literally a week from now, I mean a little bit, it's on next Sunday, today's Saturday, so about 8 days from now, I'll be up here hosting a men's workshop and helping men, and the theme is going to be around being seen and heard. So it's like I'm just facilitating things that I wanted to go to, things that I wish I had, you know, and creating those spaces for people. And for this one, it'll be specifically men. So I feel very grateful. And I think that it's worth noting too that I want to let you in on the decisions we made to get here, because I think it can be very easy to sit here. Check out this. Like, look at where we're sitting. We're sitting at this. Look, this view is, and again, the camera can't even capture it. You're seeing that exposure happening right now. But if you could be here, and I think that's great. I actually prefer the camera to be worse and the actual real life to be better, because that doesn't happen that often. But I can just tell by looking at the camera, it's not capturing it, what we're looking at right now, the vastness, the beauty of it, the serenity of it. And if you're from Bali, especially living in Canggu, like this doesn't come around that often at all. Like we're just sitting here for like hours. No one's disturbed us. We just chilling, sitting, literally nothing other than doing this now because this is a moment we want to capture. But I want to let you in on like what decisions we made to get to this week, you know? So I was offered a sales job from one of my most favorite places on the island, and it was around a crew that was a very beautiful community. And at the time when this opportunity was presented to us, like there was no like we were just finishing up the product, but it was like, you know, our finances, and I'll be frank with you, our finances at that moment were less than $2,000 to our name. And so I don't know if you felt that before in your life, but like being in your low funds where you don't got money, like you're in a desperate situation, right? And so then we came up to Ubud to just basically get clear, and was like, you know what, let's make a decision what route we want to go. And I was pretty set on taking the sales job, you know, in that moment. I was going to take it because it, you know, it could, starting was like 10K a month, you know, in our situation, that goes pretty far. But something within me said, you know what, each relationship, each situation that we've been in for the last 3 years, what is the main thing we said when we came out of it? We want to work for ourselves. We want to do something that we're passionate about. We want to live the freedom life, and we want to be on our terms, not on anyone else's energetic terms, anything. Nothing wrong with the way people operate. We just operate in a certain way and in a certain frequency, and that feels most aligned to us. So we made a tough call. We made a very tough call, which then it actually got even more challenging after that. And it was a pretty growth spurt. We went through quite a big growth spurt, and yeah, it came with a lot of emotion, and you know, seeing my mom for the first time in 3.5 years and trying to mend that relationship through all this to get to this stage where this week we sold three of the courses, or 3 of our products. So yeah, it's pretty remarkable to think that we got to this moment. That's why I think it's like a full-on metaphor that we're sitting here and enjoying the view, because the decisions we had to make, tough calls, really tough calls. And that's something that I really want to like, it's kind of ironic, right? Like within our followings or whatever we are right now, we don't got many people tuning in, but Like, this is something that I think that is not talked about and captured enough within Bali or people's life. Like, what is it like behind the screen, you know? And so I want to really bring that in front of the screen so that it doesn't distort people's idea of this place or idea of a life, you know? Because right now I could not share that information with you, and I could say, look at where we are, we're doing this, we're doing that, and show you all this stuff, but like, that's not real. That's not real. That's not real at all. It has taken a lot to get to this moment. And like Mal said, we've been here for 3 years and haven't even explored the island, because if you want to get good at the online space, you have to be online. So you can't be out and about and this and that, especially when your finances are going low. So I'm on a quest to help people. I think Mal is too, to not, maybe not as much, to help people in the digital space. Like, I call myself like a digital guardian angel. I think Mal's that as well. But I think my role more so will be helping people in the digital space convey their message, transmute their message, while keeping peace within inside themselves, you know? And part of all of that for me, unfortunately, is going through a gauntlet, a digital gauntlet, and it's been difficult. So I've been going through it. I feel like it's all starting to come together, and I'm really looking forward to 2023. Do you have any final words?
Yeah, I think it's also just good to mention as well, like, obviously we're capturing this moment as for the memory bank, because it's like a win as well, right? But that doesn't mean that everything's still all figured out and it's all sorted, you know? It's like the bank account's still low, that we're still in debt, we're still paying like $300 or $400 a month for rent in a small 1-bedroom apartment. We're still figuring out how to like get food this week, and you know, these types of things. And I think it's also just worth mentioning that yes, this is a win for us, but as much as it's a win, like, tomorrow's work day, you know, it's Sunday tomorrow, but we're back to work tomorrow, and we've got a full week of workshops, of trying different things, of reconnecting with people, with networking, trying different things out, trying different strategies. So it's like, I guess the underscore of this, and this is what's kind of like prevalent for us right now, is that saying of, you know, like, a living is made from 9 to 5 and a fortune is made on weekends and after 5. Well, there's not a moment of the day really that we're not working on this business and that we're not putting energy towards it. You know, we're getting up throughout the night with inspiration. We're coming out of meditations inspired. We're you know, it's everything, and it's fun. And I think that's the thing. It's like, when you do something that you're creating and that you're enjoying, it doesn't feel like work. But that doesn't mean it's easy.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You still get exhausted. You still have doubt. You have a lot more doubt because it's your thing and you don't have a way. So we still don't have a way right now. We're trying things this week, but we don't know. Like, we don't know if this course is going to sell any more than 3. We don't know. And we've got nothing else coming in that's stable for us. But we're just trusting and we're just following, because that's what's got us here today. So I think that's just also worth mentioning, that yes, we're taking this moment here right now, but also, like, after this and tomorrow, it's back to work.
Yeah, it is. So with that, if you want to be a digital entrepreneur, go for it. We share our peace.
We share our love.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.